Hey guys, continue to look at your questions on 10.5, completing the square. Now we're going to look at 46, which is involves a car stopping. All right, let me read that as a matter of fact. So it says the distance d that it takes a car to stop. Now to come to a complete stop on dry asphalt can be modeled by this equation. Here, S is the speed and D is that distance. How long, if a car is traveling a certain speed, how long is it going to take it to come to a complete stop? A car has 78 feet to come to a complete stop. How long is it going to take it? All right, or what? I'm sorry, what's its maximum speed? All right. So as we look at this, all right, again, S is going to be our unknown. What is its maximum speed? And that's S here. But they do give us D. They say this car has 78 feet to come to a complete stop. All right, so I'm just going to fill 78 in for D, and I'm going to write the rest of it just how it is. So 0 and 5/100 s squared plus 1 and 1/10 s. All right. So they ask us to solve this thing by completing the square. And again, if you've watched my previous videos, completely apologize for this. This is my fault. We can't complete the square if this is anything other than 1. We've got to make the coefficient of your squared term 1. So how do we do that? Again, we could divide by 5/100, and that's fine. All right. But one thing that kind of jumped out at me, 5/100. All right. I could write that as a fraction. I could write 5 over 100 as a fraction as 1/20th. All right, it's the same thing. And now how can I get 1/20th equal to 1? By multiplying it by 20. All right, and so that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to multiply, and again, that's perfectly okay as long as I multiply the entire equation by 20. All right, so we're going to get some decent sized numbers here, but it is what it is. We've got to do that because, again, we can't complete the square if your coefficient of your s squared is anything other than 1. All right, so 78 times 20 is 1,560. Holy cow. All right, so we got 1,560, and 20 times 1/20th is 1, so that's just s squared. And then 1 and 1/10 times 20. All right, I'm about to do this without a calculator. Don't try this at home. Actually, do try it at home. So if I multiplying by 20 is like multiplying by 10, and then multiplying by 2. So if I multiply that by 10, that'd be 11, and then multiply it by 2 more, that'd be 22. All right, so that's 22s. If you don't believe me, you can check it, but that hurts a little bit. All right, but now I'm ready to complete the square. All right, I take half of that and square it. So half of 22 is 11, and 11 squared is 121. All right, so that's what I want to add to both sides. All right, I want to add 121 to both sides. So this is s squared plus 22s plus 121. And over here, I get 1,681, I think, if I add 121 to both sides. Now, again, this is a perfect square now. We can factor that as a perfect square. That is s plus 11 squared. Again, two numbers that add together, that multiply together to give me 121, but add together to give me 22. And again, it was that middle step. That number is always that middle step. When you take half of this before you square it, that's always what this is going to be. And that's still 1,681. So now I want to solve this thing by taking the square root. And the square root of 1,681, I probably should know that, all right? But I can't think of it right offhand. I'm guessing it comes out pretty, and it does. It's 41, all right? So again, I get positive 41. So this thing, s plus 11, could be positive 41, or s plus 11 could be negative 41. Again, when you're using the square root to solve a quadratic, you have to have both that positive and negative root. But now I can solve these one-step equations. I take away 11, and I get s equals 30. And over here, I take away 11, I get s equals negative 52. All right, two good solutions to this equation. But wait a minute, what was s? S is the speed of a car. A car can't go negative 52, whatever this was, miles per hour, kilometers per hour. All right, so this one doesn't make any sense. This car, if it has 78 feet, I think it was feet. The speed here is given in, no, it is miles per hour. Sorry. So this car, if it has 78 feet to stop, it can't go any faster than 30 miles per hour. All right. So again, we're given the equation, just recognizing where D was, and again, getting that S squared coefficient to 1. That's that key step that I forgot to mention in the notes. Completely my fault. I apologize for that. But hopefully these last couple of videos has helped with that. So here's your solution to 46 on 10.5. Hope that helps. Let me know if you have any other questions. Take care.